Good evening, guys. Welcome. So, audio, video, all clear, right? Audio, video, clear. Okay. Okay, fine. Quickly, we'll start the discussion. So, before that, how many of you have written attempted this test paper? Think a majority of you would have attempted this test paper, right? Okay. So, what is the scores? What is the general scores you guys are getting, like on an average? What's the scores? Quick. It's okay. It's even if it's less, take care. No issues. Prabhat, 51, take care. No issues. 51.6. Okay. 53. What's the general scores? Please. Let me know. What's the general scores you guys are getting? 86 plus. Okay. Parasar. Good. Hi. Good evening. Nandini, too low. It's fine. So no issues. And how many of you are giving in 23, guys? 2023. How many of you are giving in 2023? Okay, 24. Okay, 23. Okay, Prabhat, 23. Okay. 23. Okay, fine. Yeah. Then let us start with today's discussion. So, for the people who haven't, say, attempted the paper, please attend the paper. It's extremely important. See, the game in actual UPSC is, before that, so scored 53 odd even. Last attempt, Naveen. Okay, no issues. Okay, fine. Let us start. So I'm Bharat. I'll be taking up this session, that's geography. So got a rank in 2019 CSE. So been there, done that, tried so many times. So every time I was able to clear prelims also. So no issues with it. See here, the game in prelims is in prelims. What you got to do is don't think that you need extensive amount of knowledge to clear prelims. Okay, there are two aspects in clearing prelims. One is okay, and just a second. Yeah, is it okay? Yeah. So there are two aspects in clearing prelims. One is your static portion should be very good. That is, you should have a very good, very good hold on the static portion, and then there will be something like dynamic or say a few difficult topics. In those topics, even by the using the knowledge of static, you can clear it. Don't think that you need extensive amount of knowledge. In today's Varsha, voice is very low. Any issues with the audio? Clear? All clear, right? Audio. Yeah, Varsha, I don't. Okay, ठीक है. Yeah, fine. Please let me focus over here. Okay, that is okay, static. And in the dynamic aspects, and there are some difficult topics. In those topics, you can easily get the answer by using some logics. Today I'll teach you how to score good marks. Say take up in this prelims, in this examination. Say getting somewhere around 100 plus was not a difficult task getting in this test. Okay, has anyone got more than 100 plus? It's okay here, even if you didn't get. But has anyone got more than 100 plus? All my PTs around, okay. Afrin, all my PTs around 70s. Yeah, take care. Okay, fine. Please, in this session, what we'll do is we'll strictly focus on how to get marks. Here, I know first attempt, many of you will make the same mistake. Even I made the mistake, that is unnecessarily running behind the content and reading things which are not helpful. So please streamline your preparation and focus on getting marks. In this session, what we'll do is, how do we get, say, 100 plus marks? Yeah, getting 100 plus marks in prelims are no big deal, and clearing prelims is no big achievement. Okay, so it's as simple as that. So you have so many logics, you will know what needs to be read. See, what is the reason? Yeah, the siblings of bureaucrats, they clear in the first attempt. The reason is their either their brother or sisters, they would have tried multiple attempts, they would know the strategy and they'll get it. Okay, so don't try to read a lot or extensively. So basically focus on the area that is required. See, you can see every year the prelims is something like this. Prelims examination, see, these are the easy questions, these are easy questions, and these are your moderate questions, and these are your difficult questions. Say if it's 0 to 100, so this is the thing. And in order to clear your prelims, this will be the cutoff range. Understood? It's always like this. More than nearly 50% of your paper is easy, and say another 25-30% of your paper is moderate, and another 15-20% of your paper is difficult. See what happens, just by focusing on the easy topics and a bit on moderate topics, you can clear prelims, no big deal. Today we'll take up this thing only. And one more thing, what will happen is, majority of the students, including me in my first attempt, so what they do is, they focus on this difficult part and then they leave out on this moderate and easy part. So why? Yeah, there are certain questions that are meant to be left. Chhod do. It's not that you need to get 200 on 200. Focus on the easy questions, focus on the moderate questions. That's more than sufficient. So today I would ask everyone, ठीक है, Nikram 71, ठीक है, it's fine, it's fine. See, so today I want everyone to take two separate sheets. Okay, that is take two separate sheets. In these two separate A4 sheets, so in one A4 sheet, keep it for logics. I'll teach you the logics. In second A4 sheet, have things to be done. Things to be done. I'll give you some important topics in geography that is kind of mandatory. So that will fall under this easy and moderate category. So do this thing first. I'm not asking you to stop doing other things. Okay, say other things in geography, but first focus on these topics. That is things to be done. This is kind of mandatory. This is bare minimum. You should do it. See here, analyze. I have analyzed, say, over 27 years of previous year questions, and based on this, I'm telling you this one. That is things that is mandatory. That is you should have a comment on those topics. So first you have comment on those topics, and then you can go on to the difficult topic. So, but however, you can easily clear prelims by having comment on these topics only. Okay, now everyone please have these two papers. That is, have one paper for logics, one paper for things that needs to be done. So where all I'm telling that this has to be written, write down in the separate sheet, and say in the next 2 or 3 days finish off this topic. Clear? Yeah. So first we'll take up the general tips. See here, in prelims, how things work is, if you want to write down this, so write down this. Unless you prove a statement wrong, it's always right. Jot it down. Unless you prove a statement wrong, it's always right. See here, at the end of the day, you got to get marks. So thing is, how to get marks? Focus over here and just jot it down. Unless you prove a statement wrong, it's always right. And always, please remember, read the statement question always from the backwards. There are multiple benefits if you go from the backward. See, think from the examiner's point of view. See, these are kind of a tricks here. See, in order to score, say some people are getting say 50, or say some people are getting 70. Now, to push from 70 to 100, or say 100 plus, no big task. Minor modification needs to be done. See how you attempt the paper. What are the logics you got to put in? So that you just apply. No? So apply this in the next test. You can easily get more than 100. That, like, getting more than 100 in these kind of papers, no big difficult task here. Clear? So always start from the last. That is, by reading the question, there are advantages. It will not harm you there are advantages of going from the last. Say, if you're reading, say, question number 5, read statement 3, then statement 2, then statement 1. Think from the examiner's perspective. If I have to confuse you, I will confuse you in the initial statements. Understood? So always go from the last. Start. Let us start. Let's be a bit quick. So consider the following statement regarding with reference to the short-lived climate pollutants. See, this one, consider the following statement with reference to the short-lived climate pollutants. Always go from the last, that is, the tropospheric ozone is a pollutant released mainly from the vehicles and factories. See here, guys. Tropospheric ozone is not a pollutant directly. It's not directly a pollutant. It's not a primary pollutant that gets released from the vehicle or factory. It is a secondary pollutant. The loophole in this question is over here. Tropospheric ozone. See how tropospheric ozone is formed when this VOx, volatile organic compound, this is released by vehicle. When this NOx, okay, it can be nitrogen oxide, nitrogen dioxide. When these two chemicals, when they react when they react under sunlight, that will lead to formation of photochemical that will lead to formation of pan and tropospheric ozone. So that is, your tropospheric ozone is not a direct emission from the vehicle. Understood? So here, if the third statement is wrong, you can directly get the answer. So rather than reading, always have this habit that always go from the last. Many times it works. Okay, going from the last will not harm you at all. Rather, it will give a lot of benefits. Initial statements, you will not get confused, and it will also save a lot of time. Clear? Tropospheric ozone, and it works even more in your actual UPSC paper. Not so much in this paper, but in actual UPSC paper, if you go from take the previous year paper and go from the last. Okay, always go from the last. This is one trick you got to consider. And here, guys, this is kind of a environment geography question. This is a environment geography question, and please know here things. I told you to have a separate sheet, right? Things that needs to be read. See here, you got to have a very good command on. See, there are basically 4 topics that you got to focus in environment ecology, that is geography, environment geography. Do not overdo environment geography. Not much important. Streamline your preparation. Focus on the areas which UPSC is asking on. So you got to do the basics of ecology, and biodiversity, and again basics of biodiversity. Guys, next, this is first topic. Second topic, basics of biodiversity. Third topic is pollution. You should know in detail in pollution. Pollution is very important. And fourth topic is climate change. These are the important topics which are kind of mandatory for your environment geography. This question, short-lived climate pollutants, is the topic from pollution. And if you consider your previous year UPSC questions, every time majority of the questions are coming from these 2 topics, that is pollution and climate change. So here you got to be very thorough. If you haven't read it, please read these topics. These are extremely important. Clear? So I hope tropospheric ozone is clear. Now we'll come to what is this SCLP. This is, see, I'll tell you how to solve the question through logic and get the answer, and then I'll tell you what are the conceptual clarity you got to have on this topic. Clear? So what is this short-lived? Okay, short-lived climate pollutants. See, short-lived climate pollutants is nothing but basically, see, if you see the, one second. So if you see the percentage of global warming due to greenhouse gas, see, greenhouse gas, almost 75% of the greenhouse gas is from CO2, carbon dioxide. And what is the short-lived climate pollutants? So short-lived climate pollutants are nothing but the GHGs whose the GHGs whose life, atmospheric life, atmospheric life is less than carbon dioxide. See, assume that if the carbon dioxide, if 10 molecules of carbon dioxide is going to remain in atmosphere for say XYZ days, any greenhouse gas which is going to live in the atmosphere less than the carbon dioxide, we call it as short-lived climate pollutant. Simple, short-lived climate pollutant is also a greenhouse gas. But however, the lifetime of this short-lived climate pollutants is less than that of the carbon dioxide. That is a simple concept you should know. Say for example, black carbon. So black carbon, tropospheric ozone. Say black carbon lives in atmosphere for few days only. Tropospheric ozone lives in atmosphere for few weeks only. But these few days, the black carbon and tropospheric ozone lives in atmosphere for a lesser time compared to that of the carbon dioxide. So these kind of pollutants, we call it as a short-lived climate pollutants. Clear? Understand? Got it? Yeah. So next one. Okay, with reference to the permanent frost, consider the following statement. Please always go from the last. Okay, before taking up this, what is permafrost? Permafrost is nothing but whenever the soil moisture is permanently frozen. So the soil moisture, see, if you consider in this image here, we'll have some soil moisture. So here in this soil moisture, when it is completely frozen, we call it as permafrost. It is permanently frozen. If this is the earth surface, and whatever the moisture that is there, moisture is nothing but water. The water over the earth surface, when it is permanently frozen, we call it as permafrost. Clear? So that is the basic idea which you should know. And again here, so now consider, with reference to the permanent frost, consider the following statement. Thawing of permafrost. Thawing is nothing but melting of permafrost may lead to increase in pathogen based disease. See what happens. Is it true or not? These kind of questions, please don't get panicked. Think in a calm mind. So here what happens, see, what is this permafrost? See how permafrost takes place. See, there will be snow. These are your snowfall. So whenever the snow falls, what will happen? When this snow falls, it is going to compress the air. Assume that there is one snow that is falling. This snow will take the air along with it and enclose with the permafrost. But what happens in the air, there will be microorganisms like virus, bacteria and all. So millions of years ago, some snow would have compressed the air inside this permafrost, and this air would have some microorganisms, say like virus, bacteria, etc. So this now, due to the global warming, when this permafrost melts, what will happen? This microorganism can again come back to the present times. Millions of years ago, the microorganism would have got arrested in this permafrost. Since it's very cold and sub-zero degrees Celsius, no life activity takes place. The microorganism would have been very dormant. Now when the microorganism comes out, can it cause a disease? So that is the thing. That is third statement. Thawing of permafrost may lead to increase in the pathogen-based disease. Is it true or not? Yes, it is true. It can cause a disease. How can you tell me it can cause a disease? See, please, everyone focus over here. What is the basic premise you got to consider in prelims, mainly in your UPSC papers? Unless you prove it wrong, it's always right. So here they are telling that by thawing, that is melting of permafrost, some microorganism can come out, and it may lead to, the key is may lead to some disease. When the microorganisms comes out, it may lead to some disease. Yes or no? Yeah, obviously, whenever the microorganism comes out, it may lead to some disease. So this is true. See, here, don't try to become a scientist. Are you a scientist? No. Am I a scientist? No. Can we conclusively tell that it will never cause a disease? I cannot. So what is the basic premise? Unless I prove it wrong, it's always right. And also they are telling may lead to. Yeah, the chances are there. Say there are 7 billion people are there. Of the 7 billion people, 1% could get impacted by this microorganism. Who knows? I cannot prove it wrong. So as a reason, this is right. Clear? Next one. Okay, it is a natural storage for greenhouse gas like carbon dioxide and methane. This is true. How permafrost is formed? When the snow falls, this snow will also take some atmospheric gas and enter into the permafrost and go fall over the permafrost, and it will get cemented. So what happens? Millions of years ago, some carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, or say some methane in the atmosphere, would come below the snow, and as a reason this carbon dioxide would get arrested in this permafrost. Yeah, so this is that is a natural storage region for greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane. Now there might be some issues that yeah, why okay, yeah, now some people will be telling how it can be a natural it's not a big natural storage region. So even though if it's not a big natural storage region, the game is, if you have to tell this wrong, you should prove it wrong in such a way that you should be able to tell that not a single molecule of carbon dioxide and methane will get stuck into this permafrost. If you're so much sure, then remove it. Else there is high chances that few molecules, or say few methane molecules, would get stuck into methane. So I cannot prove this wrong. So this is right. Again, permafrost region are restricted to polar region. What is permafrost? When the soil moisture is permanently frozen, I call it as permafrost. If you see this Himalayan region, even in Himalayan region also the soil moisture is permanently frozen. So this is wrong. Statement 1 is wrong. Clear? Understood? Clear? Any doubt over here? So the answer should be B. So this is right. This is right. Answer should be B. Okay. And one more thing here, if you don't understand these logics, please again go back to this recording, learn these logics, apply the same. It's applicable across the paper here. Apply the same logic in the next paper and try it. See the improvement in your marks. And if possible, since the shortage of time, I'll have to go a bit fast. But since you'll get a recorded video, revisit it. So consider the following statement. Yeah, consider the following statement with reference to the climate condition of India. See here, always go from the last statement. That is, okay, during January, the mean monthly temperature during the day in Goa and Tamil Nadu are nearly identical. Again here, one more thing, you should have a very good command over your atlas, and please flip through your atlas on daily basis. I'll tell you how you got to flip through your atlas. See, every atlas, India map, India is divided, usually in many atlas, India will be divided into 7, like seven separate segments. That is, the first page will usually have the 5 states, that is JK, JNK, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana. So these are the 5 states which will be there in the first page. So in general, every map, every atlas will be dividing your India map into 7 pages. So what you got to do is, every day you just flip one page and trace the rivers that is flowing. Say if you're referring the first page of your atlas, here Indus will be flowing something like this. So what you got to do is, every day take up one sheet, whatever the rivers that are there in that sheet, take up a pencil and trace it. Don't try to memorize it, just trace it and see the locations that are around that place. Every day one page. So this exercise will not take more than, say, 2-3 minutes, to say maximum 10 minutes. But in actual UPSC, somewhere around 6 to 8 questions can be answered if you are good with your atlas. So either 8 to 10 questions are either directly or indirectly you can easily answer. So this question also you can easily answer if you know your atlas properly. So here during January, the mean monthly temperature during the day in Goa and Tamil Nadu are nearly identical. Is it true or not? Yes, it is true, because see here, this is your Tamil Nadu, this is your Goa. So when the latitude is no major difference. See, the major difference latitude you can consider Karnataka and Delhi. If you consider the latitude, there's a huge difference in the latitude. Whereas with Goa and Tamil Nadu, there's no major difference in the latitude. They almost form in the same latitude. We know that if it is in the same latitude, what happens? The amount of solar insolation is always the same. If this is the latitude, I hope everyone knows latitude, right? This is your latitude, this is your longitude. If on the same latitude, see what happens, this is the amount of solar insolation that is coming here. If the earth is rotating like this, what will happen? If the earth is rotating like this, here also the same amount of sunlight, here also same amount of sunlight, here also same amount of sunlight. So it mean to say is, if the latitude are almost the same, it will get same amount of sunlight. Since Tamil Nadu and Goa are almost in the similar latitude, not exactly the same latitude, similar latitude, no major difference, the solar insolation is also the same, almost the same. So what will happen? The temperature will also remain the same. And secondly, both Tamil Nadu and Goa are a coastal state. So in coastal state, what happens? We have a moderating. That is, okay, we have, what will happen? The temperature gets moderated because of warm. That is your sea breeze and land breeze. What is the sea breeze and land breeze? During daytime, the warm air will go to the sea and cold air will come to the sea. Similarly, during night time, the warm air will go to the land and cool air will come to the sea. So as a reason, what happens? The temperature almost more or less remains the same. This same warm, and that is your sea breeze and land breeze occurs in Tamil Nadu. The same sea breeze and land breeze occurs in your Goa. So as a reason, the temperature is more or less the same. So this is why we can say that the third statement is right. Clear? Understood? Yeah, clear? Okay, next one. This is third statement is right. So whenever the third statement is, yeah, one more thing, whenever you get to know that any statement is right, you need to modify. Yeah, you need to modify in the answer, that is in the options. If third statement is right, so I'll remove C, I'll remove A. Next one. Okay, winter in Karnataka is milder than Punjab. See, 2 is already there. I need not worry about 2. Now I'll go to the first one. Arunachal Pradesh receives more annual rainfall than Kerala. No. See, this is how your southwest monsoon this is how your southwest monsoon wind goes, right? So what happens? Kerala has the more contact with the southwest monsoon compared to your Arunachal Pradesh. So as a reason, definitely Arunachal Pradesh receives more rainfall than Kerala. This is wrong. So the first statement is wrong. So answer will be B. Why first statement is wrong? Kerala, this is the direction of southwest monsoon rainfall. Since this is the direction of southwest monsoon rainfall, majority of the rain will occur in this region, that is near Western Ghats, not in Arunachal Pradesh. Understood? Yeah. Please do this exercise for Atlas. It's extremely important. See, Kerala, the direction of southwest monsoon, Prince, see here, the direction of southwest monsoon is like this. This is the direction of southwest monsoon. So the southwest monsoon wind. So again, one more limb goes like this. This is the direction of southwest monsoon. So Arunachal Pradesh is over here. Since Kerala is getting directly impacted by the southwest monsoon, so Kerala will get more rainfall compared to your Arunachal Pradesh. Yeah. Okay, consider the following statement. Again here, As I told earlier, that is Atlas is extremely important. Even this question also you could have solved with Atlas. See, what you got to do is take up, say, there will be one paper that will be only for Northeast in your Atlas. One sheet will be dedicated for Northeast. So what you got to do is trace a Brahmaputra river. So if you trace Brahmaputra river, what will happen? You will also remember the Brahmaputra river. At the same time, you will also memorize the places around it, the national parks in this region, and you will get to know. Understood? So this you got to do it. For the people who came late, yeah, there are initially I told few tricks. You got to know this. Okay, I'll just simply brief it up. See, always have this habit of going from the last. This is one of the trick which works really well in your actual prelims as well as in this paper also. It's kind of working. So always go from the last. As an examiner, if I have to confuse you, I will confuse you in the initial statements. In the initial statements, I can easily confuse you. So you trick this examiner. So go from the last. So here also in this question, so consider the following statement: Bokaro Steel City lies in this along this river. Okay, which one of the following rivers has the following described statement given above? Bokaro Steel City. See, in your geography, if you have studied the basics about iron and steel industry, very, very important topic in your geography. So there you will come to know about Bokaro Steel City. So Bokaro Steel, you will study some 3-4 iron steel industry. One of them is Bokaro Steel Industry. So when you study Bokaro Steel Industry, you'll get to know that it is near Damodar. Directly, you'll get the answer. And again here, these are the features of that is your Damodar river. But however, please always go from the last. It helps. No way it's going to impact you, but definitely it's going to benefit you only. Clear? Yeah. So next one. Consider the following statement with reference to the methane. Methane production has, see, what is methane? See, before this, here you got to understand that methane, see, whenever there's any organic material, see, organic material can be your dead wood, dead leaf, insects, some rodents. So these are your any living being. So we consider it to be organic, living or dead. Okay, that we consider to be organic material. When any organic material decomposes without much oxygen, we get methane. Yeah. So when the decomposition takes place without much oxygen, such kind of decomposition we call it as anaerobic decomposition. Understood? Whenever there is anaerobic decomposition, so we will have methane gas. Clear? So this is the basics you have to understand. Again, methane is very important, or say super important, because pollution chapter. So there are 4 chapters I told you in the beginning in environment geography. In those 4 chapters, pollution is extremely important. Again, methane is from those pollution chapter. So here, if you consider here, methane production has a negative correlation with rice cropping season. See, what is this rice cropping, or say paddy season? See, in paddy crops, what is happening? So there is a water logging. So since the water logging, say assume that inside this water there will be some, say, dead organisms, or say dead insects, dry, say dead leaves, dead wood, etc. So these dead organisms and dead wood, dead leaves, they have to decompose. Since there is a water logging, this dead organism will not be in touch with the atmospheric oxygen. So this decomposition will lack much of oxygen. So as a reason, what will happen? There will be anaerobic decomposition. If this is the water level, so what happens? There might be one dead wood over here. since this dead wood is not in direct touch with the atmospheric oxygen, so the decomposition of this oxygen, this dead wood, will be through anaerobic method. Anaerobic method means lack of oxygen. Whenever there is a decomposition due to lack of oxygen, then I'll have methane. So what the third statement is telling is that, so whenever there is, that is the third statement, they are telling that whenever there's a paddy field, is inversely proportional to methane. So is it true? So if the paddy increases, this is decreasing. So this is what they are telling. No, it's absolutely wrong. So this statement is wrong. So next one. So fossil fuel operation are the greatest source for methane emission. No, fossil fuel operations are not the greatest source for methane emission, because methane are mainly emitted because of anaerobic decomposition. So again, this statement is also absolutely wrong. And again here, greatest, again this is over exaggeration. So these kind of words you got to keep in mind. Again, methane production is more stable under aerobic condition as compared to anaerobic condition. It says that methane is more stable in aerobic condition compared to anaerobic condition. That is not the case. See here, when methane reacts with your atmospheric oxygen, when I keep methane in the atmospheric oxygen, what will happen? This methane will get reacted with this atmospheric oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. Methane is highly reactive, but when I don't give oxygen to methane, the methane remains more or less stable. So this statement is wrong. Understood? So the answer should be B. Clear? Clear? Got it? Yeah. Which among here? Okay, which among the following is incorrect? Again, the statement is telling incorrect. Incorrect, okay, with reference to the heat law or thermal law. See here, during the heat law. So what is this heat law or thermal law? Please everyone focus here. Assume that, let us consider here, that is, this is one ground surface. This is one ground surface. Over this ground surface, I will have, say, 10 kg of air. Again, this is hypothetical. This is 10 kg of air. So what I do is, during afternoon, due to solar insolation, so the ground becomes heated up. The ground gets heated up. So what will happen if the ground gets heated up? The heat will get transferred onto the air also, into the air also. And we all know that when the air gets when the air becomes warm, the air starts to rise. So now what happens? This is case one, and now what will happen? So this. See, this 10 kg, of this 10 kg, maybe 6 kg of air rose up, and now I'll have 4 kg. Clear? So why did the 6 kg of air rise up? It rose up because of this solar insolation. Then what is there? Earlier this was case 1, and this is case 2. Comparing with in case 1, on the floor, on the surface, I have 10 kg pressure. In case 2, I have just 4 kg pressure, because the 6 kg of air rose up. So as a reason, what happens? So here I will have low pressure. Low pressure is always considered with respect to some other condition. This is the concept of your thermal law. Clear? So whenever any low pressure created due to the solar insolation or due to the thermal factor, we consider that low pressure as thermal law. Clear? So this is the basic concept of what is thermal law. So I hope this is clear, right? Yeah. So now consider the availability. This is clear. Any doubt? Thermal law. Okay. So now let us now consider the question. The availability of the moisture in the heat, the availability of the moisture to the heat law, or say thermal law, may enhance the convective rainfall and thunderstorm. See what happens whenever this 6 kg of air rises up. So what will happen whenever the 6 kg of air rises up? It is going to condense. Whenever the air condenses, it's going to have rainfall. So the last statement, D statement, they are telling that. So whenever there's availability of moisture in the air, that is whenever there's more availability of moisture, I will have more rainfall. It is going to enhance convective rainfall. Whenever the air rises up, it is going to condense. After condensation, what will happen? It will lead to rainfall. See, over a few hours, after a few hours, this 6 kg of air will come down as rainfall. So this is how, this we call it as convective rainfall. Now consider in this 6 kg, if there is more availability of moisture, I will have more rainfall. So this is true. They are asking incorrect. Again, heat low are commonly found in tropical and subtropical continental region. Heat low is nothing but your thermal low. That is the low pressure created due to the thermal factor. If you consider here, these are your thermal. Along your tropical and subtropical region, the sun rays directly fall onto the tropical and subtropical region. So as a reason, the temperature will be high. Since the temperature is high, more amount of air will rise up. If more amount of air rises up, then I'll have thermal low. So this is also right. Intense heat low results in scanty rainfall over Indian landmass. Oh, see here. Whenever what happens whenever the low pressure is there, what will happen? The air will rise up. When the air rises up, I'll have rainfall. Here the statement is telling intense low means high, that is the low pressure should be very intense. If the low pressure is intense means more amount of air should rise up. If more amount of air should rise up, when the more amount of air rises up, what will happen? I'll get more rainfall. But it is telling scanty rainfall. So this statement is wrong. So answer is B. Understood? If hypothetically telling, if 6 kg of air rises up, I'll have 6 liters of rainfall. If 8 kg of air rises up, I'll have 8 liter of rainfall. If I'll have intense low pressure, if the say if the land gets heated up very quickly, what happens? So if the temperature is very high, what will happen? So rather than 6 kg, here I might have 8 kg also. So what will happen? So then I'll call it as intense low pressure. If intense low pressure means if 8 kg of air rises up, I should have more rainfall, 8 liter of rainfall. So the B is wrong. I hope this is clear. Yeah, next coming to, consider the following statement with reference to the lake. Okay, Kolleru Lake lies between Mahanadi and Godavari. Again here guys, please trace the rivers. If you trace the rivers on regular basis, you'll get to know, or else these kind of answers, it's extremely difficult. Don't waste your first attempt. Okay, it's very important. Don't waste your first attempt. See, this is your Kolleru Lake. Whenever you trace say Krishna and Godavari, that time you'll realize that in the atlas, acha, Kolleru Lake is over here. It is not between Godavari and that is your Godavari and Mahanadi. It is between Krishna and Godavari. So this is wrong. That is the third statement is wrong. If third statement is wrong, I'll eliminate D, C and D. So next one, I'll go to the second statement. Lonar Lake in Maharashtra is of tectonic origin. Again, Lonar Lake is one of the famous lake. It is kind of mandatory that you should know. Lonar Lake is one of the only crater lake in India. So what is crater lake? Whenever any meteorite like this comes and strikes the earth, when this meteorite comes and strikes the earth, it is going to cause a crater. It is going to cause a huge depression. When this meteorite comes and strikes the earth, it is going to cause huge depression, and say depression like this. So depression like this, if a crater lake comes and falls over here, there's a huge depression. In this depression, later on, there will be water, all the water will come into this lake. So this lake, we call it as a crater lake. Lonar Lake is one of the only crater lake in India, and you should know this. This is a fact. This is kind of very important. So second statement is right. So if second statement is right, And so second statement is wrong. It's not tectonic origin. It is crater origin. It's a crater lake. So second statement is wrong. Since second statement is wrong, so you'll get the answer. Again here in this answer, in this question, the loophole in the question was second statement. Lonar Lake, everyone should know. It's kind of important lake, or the only kind of lake, the only kind of crater lake. Yeah. Again here, Brahmaputra. So which one of the following are the tributaries of Brahmaputra? So again, so here, so if you trace Brahmaputra on regular basis, you will get to know. This is how your Brahmaputra river goes. Subansiri, Dhansiri. So these are the Brahmaputra lakes. Okay, Lohit. So these are the rivers tributaries. It is kind of mandatory. See here, at least you have to be thorough with these rivers. That is Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri. These 6 rivers, at least you got to be extremely thorough. Tributaries, every year there are at least 2-3 questions. Yeah, if you go wrong in these kind of questions in your actual prelims, now you'll be behind by at least 50,000-60,000 people. See, in actual prelims, what happens, somewhere around 80,000 to 1 lakh people are the real competitors. So of this 80,000 to 1 lakh people, say somewhere around 50,000 people are like super serious competitors. If you go wrong in these kind of question, right, these are kind of very trivial question, repeated question. If you go wrong in these kind of question, that is these kind of question, you'll be behind by these 50,000 people. So think that. Okay, so this is the very important here. Yeah, next one, consider the following statement regarding drought. So intercropping method, okay, is suitable for drought regions. Is it right? So consider the following statement. Which one of the following statement? See, what is intercropping? Intercropping is having different crops, or say different crops in the same area. We call it as intercropping. If you consider this one over here we'll have maize. This is maize, and this one you can consider to be, say, some other crop, and the other one, this color will be some other crop. So having maize, soya bean, oats, or say different, say pigeon pea and ragi, or say different horse gram with say chiku. So these are kind of having, say, what is intercropping means, having multiple different kinds of crop in the same area. We call it as intercropping. So this is the thing. So consider the following statement about drought. So is this right? Intercropping method is suitable for drought region. Yes, it is suitable. Why? Because if one crop fails, I will have another crop. So from the economic perspective of the farmer, it helps. Secondly, there are many crops which have which will help each other in a mutual manner. Say, for example, you have legumes. You grow legumes with any other crop, these legumes will help in revitalizing the fertility of the soil. It will increase the fertility of the soil. So as a reason, what will happen again, it will since the fertility increases, the crop will be more drought resilient. So this is true, that is intercropping method is suitable for drought prone region. So the third statement is right. Next one, second statement. Hydrological droughts are a result of surface and subsurface water supply becoming scarce. See, there are basically four types of droughts. Four types of droughts. Types of drought. First one is, we'll take up this hydrological drought. What is this hydrological drought? Hydrological drought means whenever the surface water and subsurface water becomes scarce, okay, becomes less, I call it as hydrological drought. Simple hydrological drought means the surface water and the groundwater, when it is scarce, or say when there's a crisis in surface water and groundwater, we call it as hydrological drought. And the next one is meteorological drought. What is this meteorological drought? Meteorological drought means the absolute amount of rainfall. Whenever there's a decline in the absolute amount of rainfall, we call it as meteorological drought. Say Bangalore is supposed to get 100 centimeter rainfall every year. On an average, Bangalore is supposed to get 100 centimeter rainfall. If Bangalore gets anything less than 90 centimeter rainfall, we call it as a meteorological drought. Meteorological drought means there should be negative departure, that is negative deviation of 10 percentage than normal. This is meteorological drought. That is, Bangalore was supposed to get 100 centimeter rainfall, but Bangalore got less than 90 centimeter rainfall. What is the negative departure? Negative departure is more than 10 percentage. When it is more than 10 percentage, that is negative departure more than 10 percentage, we call it as meteorological drought. And next one is agricultural drought. See, please focus here. What is agricultural drought? Agricultural drought means whenever agricultural drought is with respect to soil moisture. So agricultural drought is with respect to soil moisture. Here there will be a ragi farmer. Here I might have a paddy farmer. They are close by. Assume that these guys are next to each other. If there is a 75 centimeter rainfall into both area, this ragi farmer will not face any drought because the 75 centimeter rainfall is more than sufficient for ragi. But whereas this paddy farmer will face some kind of drought because the 75 centimeter rainfall is not sufficient for paddy. That is, the soil moisture due to 75 centimeter rainfall is not sufficient to grow paddy. So as a reason, this paddy farmer will face agricultural drought. Whereas ragi farmer will not face agricultural drought. Ragi is less water intensive. For paddy, I need huge amount of water. But since the rainfall is just 75 centimeter, the ragi farmer will not have agricultural drought, whereas the paddy farmer will have agricultural drought. So again, here, if you consider here, agricultural drought are measured based on the degree of dryness. No, agricultural drought means basically there should be a decline, the scarcity in the soil moisture. So this is wrong. So one is wrong. So the statement C is the answer. C is the answer. Clear? Yeah, next coming to, again, this is quite important. Everyone please focus over here. State of Forest Report. Once in 2 years, this is released by Forest Survey of India, FSI, Forest Survey of India, and for a Ministry of MOEFCC. Guys, every time in UPSC, whenever they release the paper, whenever they release this report, on the same year, we get one question or say two questions. Say the question had come in 2019, 2020, and this is kind of very important report, State of Forest report 2021. So we were supposed to get 2023 report by January. I don't know, maybe in next 2-3 weeks, you'll get this report, State of Forest report 2023. What you want to do is take the summary. Don't do a PhD. Don't take up the exact report and read it. So you'll get a summary of it. Read the summary, and it's extremely important from the prelims point of view. So there is one note I told you, right, in the beginning. You have a separate page for things to do. Just there you write 2023 Forest Survey report. That's very, very important. That is State of Forest report. So here in this state of, if you just scan this QR, you'll get to know, you'll get the summary of 2021 report. Similarly, you'll get one more summary once the 2023 report is rolled out. So don't try to read the entire report, not at all important. Just know the summary, say which state has what kind of forest and what are the, yeah. Question 16 is missing. Oh, okay. Yeah, so these two are Narmada River. So 3 and 4 will not be there. 3, 4. So answer is C. Guys, answer is C. Okay, so here, let's see to it. This is important. Similar report, you'll get it for 2021. Byju's will provide it. To 2023, please go through that one. Again, coming to the forest survey. So before taking up this question, these are the few keywords you have to know it. The first one is, see, forest survey, that is the report, the state of forest report divides the forest into three types, broadly three types, on the basis of canopy. What is canopy? So if you consider this is the tree, these are the tree. If you see from the top, the area of leaves that is covered, we call it as canopy. If I see from the top, so these are your trees. If I see from the top, the area that is covered, with the leaves, we call that as a canopy. So based on canopy, your forest survey report divides the forest into three types. That is open forest. So first one is very dense forest. If the canopy percentage is more than 70, this is dense forest. This is your dense forest, very dense forest. So since the canopy percentage is very high, that is more than 70 percentage. If the canopy percentage is between 40 to 70 percentage, we will have moderately dense forest. And this kind of forest, if the canopy percentage is between 10 to 40 percentage, we call it as open forest. Clear? Very dense forest, moderately dense forest, and open forest are based on the canopy percentage. So if the very dense means more than 70, dense means 40 to 70, and open forest is 10 to 40 percentage. Now we'll see. Okay, as compared to the statement, okay, as compared to the assessment of 2019, the increase in the forest cover of the open forest is more than very dense forest. So is it right or wrong? If you go through the summary, you'll get to know that this statement is right. Yeah, so this statement is right. Next one, area wise, MP is the largest forest car in the country. So you should know. So what you got to do is, every year the forest survey will give you the area wise report. Okay, that is state wise report. Which state has the more number of say more area of forest, or say percentage of forest, in which state the percentage of forest is more. So these kind of data that will be given by your state of forest report, or say forest survey. So this is true. So second statement is also true. Okay, out of the geographically okay, out of the total geographic area, very dense forest has the highest percentage. No, this is wrong. Statement 1 is wrong. So the answer is C. Again, it's purely factual, but however, it's extremely important from UPSC. This you have to read it. Understood? Yeah. Yeah, again here, we'll go to this one. Okay, with reference to the carbon border adjustment tax, okay, mechanism. With reference to the carbon border adjustment tax mechanism recently seen in news, which one of the statement given below are correct? See, what is this carbon border adjustment tax? So carbon border adjustment tax is nothing but basically the European Commission's under European Green Deal. So they wanted to make Europe as a first continent to become carbon neutral, or say climate neutral, carbon neutral, that is net zero. So this was the agenda under European Green Deal. So in order to promote that, the European Commission ruled out this concept, that is carbon border adjustment tax. So what is this carbon border adjustment tax? It's nothing. It's a simple concept. Basically, it's an import duty. Very simple. It's an import duty. If I'm going to export, say this is European Union, if India is going to export say some commodity to European Union, for means European Union, if European Union imports some commodity from India, it will levy some carbon tax based on the amount of carbon that was generated to produce that unit. Say for example, if European Union wants to import this mobile which was manufactured in India, which emitted say 10 grams of carbon dioxide. So what European Union will do is, they will impose some amount of tax called as carbon tax because it emitted 10 gram of carbon dioxide. That is the idea. That is the idea behind this. That is carbon border adjustment tax. So again, this was proposed in the recent, okay, that is the COP27. So now let us consider the question. With reference to CBAT, the mechanism is aligned with CBDR, okay, that is common but differentiated responsibility with respective capability. No, this is absolutely wrong. Third statement is wrong. Again, okay, the mechanism has been accepted by all parties. See here, yeah, the loophole is all parties. No, how can all parties of UNCCC accept it? No, it would not have accepted. India would not have accepted it. So true. So you'll get the answer. Answer is B. Clear? Clear? Yeah. Next one. Okay, with reference to the Greater Himalayas. Yeah, with reference to the Greater Himalayas, consider the following statement. The steppe grassland. One second. Yeah, the steppe grassland. We are talking about the Greater Himalayas. See, the Greater Himalayas is from here to here. See, Himalayas can be divided into usually 5. The first Himalaya, the top one is Trans Himalaya, and the next one is your Greater Himalaya, and the next one is your Lesser Himalaya, and the lesser Himalaya, and the next one is your Shivaliks, and finally you will have your Purvanchal. Again, yeah, this is basics you have to know. So this Himalaya will be divided into these things, these 5. So Trans Himalayas, Great Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas, Shivaliks, Purvanchal. So this is your Greater Himalayas. So in Greater Himalayas is at the very higher altitude. So the steppe grassland vegetation is predominantly found in this range in Greater Himalayas. See here, this is your steppe grassland. Steppe grassland should have moderate climate, so that the grass this kind of grassland can exist. But whereas if you consider your Greater Himalayas, the temperature were very adverse. There I cannot have predominant steppe grassland, cannot be a predominant vegetation. So the third statement is wrong. Next, I'll go to the second statement. The core of this range, okay, is made up of granitic rock. See, the core of Greater Himalayas so will be made up of different kinds of rock: granitic rock, metamorphic rock, sedimentary rock. So again, one part of this that is Greater Himalayas is made up of granitic rock. See here, it's a huge mountain. There will be some granitic rock that will be available in the core. I cannot prove this statement wrong. So as a reason, this is right. Second statement is right. So it's a huge mountain. So in huge mountain, I'll have various kind of rocks. The core will also have granitic rock also. So granitic rock, the basic igneous rock. So if you have to remove, say for some people who would have eliminated this, just think for it. Yeah, why did you eliminate? If you have to eliminate this option, you should give me conclusive evidence that not a single gram of granite is present in Greater Himalayas. If you're so much sure, eliminate this, or else okay, this is there. It's the only range of Himalayas which is continuous from west to east. This is true. So it goes from here to here. So the answer will be B. Clear? Understood? Yeah. Next one, consider the following in the jet stream. So consider the following. So again, it's incorrect. So be very careful with this. So during autumn, now during autumn in the November in the northern hemisphere, the average latitude of jet stream shifts. See, autumn is somewhere between your, say, September, October, November, this period. Okay, near September, around September. This is your autumn. So we know that what happens during the winter season. So during the monsoon retreat, we know that ITCZ will be there. This will be somewhere in June. This is your ITCZ. So what happens during, say, September, or say so the ITCZ keeps moving towards the equator. So this can be, say, August, September, October, November. The ITCZ will keep moving towards the equator. When the ITCZ keeps moving towards the equator, so even your jet stream will also start moving towards the equator. Clear? So this statement is right. So that is then in the northern hemisphere, the jet stream, the altitude, the jet stream, okay, will start moving towards the equator. So third statement is right. Since it's right, we will have to eliminate C and D. Yeah, okay. Next one. Okay. The I is, please everyone do this exercise in your actual exam paper while solving. Whenever you got to know that whether the statement is right or wrong, do some modifications in the options, because it will help you to eliminate. See, already 2 is there. So you got to know, okay, that is the I is the windiest part of the cyclone. Even if I don't read this, 2 is already there. I can directly go to the first statement. This is what I want to tell. Whenever you, after reading any statement, modify it in your options. So I is the windiest part of the cyclone. See, I is the windiest part. No. See what happens? The cyclone wind goes like this, encircles and goes like this. But whereas in the center, that is in this part, whereas in this part, this is your I, it is very calm condition. So what do you mean by calm? Calm condition in the sense the clear skies, the weather is pleasant, etc. Why? Because in the eye nothing happens. The air comes, surrounds, goes through the eye wall and goes to the higher altitude. It doesn't enter into the eye. If this is your eye, say if this is your eye wall, the air revolves like this. It doesn't enter into your eye. So as a reason, eye is the most calm area in the cyclone. So this is right. Okay, eye is the windiest part. So this is wrong. Eye is not the windiest part. Eye is the calm area. Next one is in jet stream, the wind blows only from west to east. No, we have something called as tropical easterly jet stream. So what is this tropical easterly jet stream? See, tropical easterly jet stream means this is your Tibet. Over Tibet, the one wind will rise up, and this wind, when it rises up, so what will happen? This wind will come to Mascarene High, and it will sink and again go on the surface. The wind will rise up from the Tibetan high. So this is your Tibet. From Tibetan high, the wind will rise up. So from there, what will happen? It will come to the Mascarene and sink down. It will rise up, come to the Mascarene and sink down. So here, what will happen? Again, on the surface, like over the ocean, it again comes to the that is your Indian Ocean, or Indian Ocean. So this we call it as tropical easterly jet stream. The wind moving from Tibet towards Mascarene High is in easterly direction. This we call it as tropical easterly jet stream. So this statement is also wrong. Since for statement 1 and 2 is wrong, option 1 is the answer. So the option A is the answer. Next one, ozone depletion. Okay, which one of the following can be the impact of ozone depletion in the stratosphere? See, what is ozone depletion? Ozone depletion is nothing but thinning or the depleting of the ozone layer. So this is the ozone layer, and we are talking about the stratosphere ozone. See, Earth is divided into the bottom layer is your troposphere and the next layer is your stratosphere. So here I will have this O3, that is your ozone, stratospheric ozone. That is your ozone depletion. So, and UV rays, usually UV rays is divided into UVA, UVB and UVC. Generally, the UVA rays enters into the earth, but however, due to the depletion of ozone, nowadays we are getting UVB also, and UVB rays is very harmful. It causes cancer and many other skin diseases. Many other, it also impacts all the plants, animals, etc. So how it is coming? Because the ozone layer is depleting. The ozone layer blocks both UVB rays and UVC rays. But since the ozone is getting depleted, so UVB rays is entering into the earth. Clear? Yeah. So now let us consider the statement. So the reduction in the durability of due to the ozone depletion in the stratosphere, what are the impacts? That is the question. Because of ozone depletion, what are the impacts is the question. The reduction in the durability of synthetic polymers, is it true or not? Again here it's a science and tech question, pure science and tech question. In science and tech question, what is a synthetic polymer? Synthetic polymers are nothing but your say any kind of plastics. It can be your fiber, nylon cloth, or say your plastic bottle, tiffin box, etc. Any plastic items, we call it a synthetic polymer. This statement, the fourth statement, is telling the reduction in the durability of synthetic polymer. Yeah, I cannot prove this wrong. What is the basic premise which we discussed earlier? Unless I prove any statement wrong, it's always right. Mainly so in your science and tech question. This is kind of your science and tech question only. So reduction in durability of synthetic polymer. There are thousands of synthetic polymer. There will one polymer whose durability will get decreased because of UV rays. So is it possible? Yeah, it is possible. If you have to remove this answer, this statement, you should say that not a single polymer, not a single synthetic polymer in the entire world whose durability will get decreased because of UV rays. If you are so much sure, then you remove it, or else no, I cannot prove it wrong. So the fourth statement is right. Next one, proliferation of unicellular organisms. What is unicellular organism? These are some of the unicellular organisms, say amoeba, bacteria. These are your unicellular organism. Think rationally. That is, UV rays will cause cancer and will impact humans. It is impacting plants. It's impacting animals. So can't it impact the single cell animals? Unicellular, we are a multicellular complex organs. We get impacted by UV rays. This simple cell, that is this unicellular organisms, won't they get impacted? How will then it proliferate means spread, multiply due to UV rays? How can this that is a proliferation of unicellular organism take place? We know that if we put say UV rays are used for sanitization also, that is to kill all the microorganisms. So how can proliferation take place? So third statement is absolutely wrong. So you remove the third statement, you get the answer directly. Clear? Understood? Yeah. Okay, next one. Oak. Again here the reason why I took this question is I want to tell you oak is found in your montane forest, mountain kind of vegetation. One more thing I told you in the beginning, things that you have to mandatory do it. One is vegetation map. Yeah, in whatever geography book you're reading, there you will have one proper vegetation map. So one proper India map showing complete different kinds of vegetation. So here we'll have evergreen forest over here, deciduous forest, mountain, everything, different kinds of vegetation will be given up over here. This you have to do it. Yeah, this is kind of mandatory and very, very important. Vegetation, you should know which part of India has what kind of vegetation. This is important. Please don't miss out on this one. Very, very important. Understood? Clear? Yeah. So here the answer is B here. I just wanted to tell you that this is important. Thing is, like, for the people who couldn't answer this question, yeah, it is easy. So these are the questions where what happens now? Again, I'm repeating the same thing: easy, moderate, and difficult. Don't run behind this difficult question. Yeah, ठीक है, छोड़ दो. There are certain questions that are meant to be left. Leave it. But focus on easy part. This comes, and if you know vegetation map thoroughly, it's easy to solve. You need not read and vegetation many questions. Take up previous year questions and see many questions can be answered if you're thorough with the vegetation question. Yeah, next one, coming to the peninsular rivers. Peninsular rivers of India are generally characterized by which of the following features? See, we know that peninsular rivers, that is peninsular India, has Archean rocks. Archean rocks are granitic rocks, granitic rocks, or say different kinds of Archean rocks. These are very strong. So as a reason, there will not be whenever the river flows, what will happen? One, there will be lateral, that is vertical erosion. This is your vertical erosion. We call this as a vertical erosion. and at the same time I'll have lateral erosion also. So when the river flows, one is it is going to erode vertically, and the next one is it's going to erode laterally. So what happens in your peninsular region, since the peninsular rock is very strong, vertical erosion is very less. Understood? Whereas if you consider your northern India, we have alluvial soil, we have sedimentary rock. So these are very soft rocks, soft soils. Vertically, vertical erosion is very much possible. Whereas in your peninsular India, the rocks are like this, the very strong rocks. Since it is a strong rock, it cannot penetrate, the water cannot erode deep into the rock. Understood? So this is a basic idea which you should know. That is, vertical erosion is not much possible in peninsular rock because these rocks are archean rocks, very strong rock. Whereas in Himalayan regions or say in Ganga plain, these rocks are sedimentary or say sedimentary in nature or say alluvial in nature. So as a reason, the rivers can easily have a vertical erosion. So here, if you consider, peninsular rivers of India are generally characterized by the following features. Read the fourth statement, active and deep valley. No, active and deep valley. If you know this basics, you can directly eliminate the fourth option. You will get the answer. Clear? Understood? Got it. Yeah. Next one. Which one of the following soils are found in India that doesn't belong to the group of zonal soils? See, before this, you should know what is soil profile. So what is soil profile? If I horizontally cut the soil, see, you would have seen, right? There will be a cake. So if I cut the cake, what will happen? There will be multiple layers inside the cake, right? So I might have, say, multiple layers inside this cake. So similarly, if I cut the land, I will have multiple horizons in the soil. If I cut the land vertically, so this is one horizon, this is one horizon, this is one horizon, this is one horizon. So with the combination of this horizon, I call it as soil profile. Understood? This is what is soil profile. When the horizons are properly formed, like how in cake the layers are properly formed, similarly in soil, if I cut the land, the soils are in different layers or say in different horizons. This entire thing I call it as a soil profile. So what happens in this soil profile? So based on this soil profile, the soil are divided into three types. One is zonal soil, next one is azonal soil, and next one is intrazonal soil. Intrazonal soil. See, what is this zonal soil? Simple. Zonal soil means when the soil profile is properly developed, when I can distinguish between different layers properly. See here, if you consider, I can distinguish between the first layer, second layer, third layer, and fourth layer. This is the first layer, second layer, third layer, and fourth layer. I can properly distinguish. That kind of soil, I call it as azonal soil. But there will be some soils where the soil profile are not properly, I cannot properly distinguish. So there will be the mixing will be there between this layer and this layer. There won't be proper demarcation, won't be there. Those kind of soil, I call it as azonal soil, where the soil profile has not properly developed. When the soil profile is properly developed, I call it as a zonal soil. When the soil profile is not properly developed, I call it as a azonal soil. Clear? So how the soil profile gets developed? So soil profile matlab proper different layers, how it gets properly developed? It develops due to time. When the soil remains stable for a long duration, because of the pressure, different layer gets demarcated properly. But whereas in azonal soil, the soil gets disturbed frequently. There's a frequent disturbance. That is, the soil erosion will take place. New set of soil will come and arrive. Again, this soil will erode. New set of soil will come. So those kind of soil, in those kind of soil, the soil profile are not properly formed. So as a reason, we'll have those kind of soils is called as azonal soil. Now the question is asking, what is zonal soil? So here if you consider alluvial soil, where do we get alluvial soil in India? In India, alluvial soil is along your Ganga plain, mainly along your Ganga plain. So Ganga, Brahma, wherever you have rivers, you'll have your alluvial soil. See, alluvial soil, take up this example. This is a river. Here I will have alluvial soil. And say, assume that say during this monsoon, there was heavy rainfall. The alluvial soil that was present over here went away, got flooded, and it went away. A new set of alluvial soil will be deposited over here. Next year, there will be one more flooding. So what will happen? The last year's alluvial soil will get flooded, and new set of alluvial soil is coming. So what is happening over here? The soil is not getting adequate time to form a proper soil profile. Alluvial soil will not have a proper soil profile. That is, proper layering will not be there. So it is not a zonal soil. So alluvial soil does not belong to that is zonal soil. So remove 3. Next one is desert and laterite soil. Yeah, desert and laterite soil, it is properly that is, we'll have proper zone. Yeah, doesn't belong to India. Okay, which of the following soils? Okay, doesn't belong to, yeah. So yeah, it doesn't, alluvial soil doesn't belong to zonal soil. So 3 is right. So 3 is right. So I'll remove this. Again, laterite soil. Laterite soil is found in your mountain area. There the soils are very much stable. So as a reason, the profile has been properly developed. So laterite soil is a zonal soil. So the answer is C. Alluvial soil, why it is not a zonal soil? Every year there's a flooding. So new set of soil gets eroded and the new set of soil comes in that place. So as a reason, we'll call alluvial soil as azonal soil. Next, coming to this, with reference to the rubber tree, consider the following. See, again, these kind of plantation, again, if you know read the vegetations, you will get to know which kind of vegetations are grown in which part of India. Rubber is one important. Previously, they have asked question in UPSC also. This is important. So rubber, you should have this basic knowledge that rubber grows in laterite soil and it usually grows in this part, that is along Karnataka and Kerala. This is the main region for rubber growth or rubber crop in India. So laterite soil with waterlogged conditions are ideal for cultivation for rubber. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Which of the following statement are correct? Laterite soil, okay, with waterlogged condition. Yeah. Okay, next one is, okay, it requires, okay, hot and humid. Okay, hot and humid climate. Yeah, exactly. This is also true. And it is native to Southeast Asia. No, rubber is not native to Southeast Asia. Rubber is native to this Amazon region, that is near Amazon forest area. That rubber is native to that region. Rubber is not native to India. So first statement is wrong. So B will be the answer. Yeah. Now come to this one. Which one of the following, okay, are synthetic gases? Yeah. Am I audible? Okay. Which one of the following are, okay, which one of the following synthetic gases, okay, may accelerate global warming? See here. So almost 75% of the gas yeah, that's one. No, I think with water, sorry, it's not waterlogged condition. So it is not waterlogged condition. So yeah, statement A is the answer. See, over 75% of the greenhouse gas is from carbon dioxide, but however, around 2% gases are your fluorinated gases. These are your greenhouse gas, fluorinated gas, and where all you get this fluorinated, that is fluorocarbon, or say hexafluoride, perfluoride, okay, nitrogen trifluoride. So these are all your greenhouse gases. Clear? And again, climate change, the 4 topics I told you in the beginning: biodiversity, basics of biodiversity, basics of ecology, next pollution and climate change. So here it is very important, that is synthetic gases. Again, that is fluorinated gases is your greenhouse gas, and all this fluorinated gases, these are your it's going to cause greenhouse. But however, the global warming potential is very high for these fluorinated gases. Yeah, here the reason why I took up this question is it's kind of a tricky questions. Okay, consider the following statement. Okay, basically this is regarding the geoheritage site. It's quite tricky. So tricky in the sense, see here there are certain questions which when I tell you there are certain questions that are meant to be left. This is one kind of question. So this is very difficult. So what happens, even if you know this one is right, that is okay, stromalotite park, if it's there in Rajasthan, even if you know this one right, I cannot eliminate any one of the option. So not a single option can be eliminated. So this question is quite difficult. But however, if see in your exam paper, if you are able to eliminate, if this is the question, and if you are able to eliminate A, B, C, D, if you are able to eliminate any 2 options, you have to, or say you must take a calculated guess between A and B. Clear? So or else you are out of the race while sitting in the exam hall, man. Now that the exam has become so competitive, you have to take a calculated guess. So but here in this question, since it's very difficult, go to move on to the next question. Understood? So here, okay, the answer is, so Shivalik fossil park is found in Himachal Pradesh. Stromatolite park is found in Rajasthan. So the answer is on B. B is the answer. Consider the following techniques. Okay, consider the following techniques of, okay, consider the following techniques. See, regarding the geoengineering solution of climate change. See, what is the geoengineering solution of climate change? See, if this is your climate change, see, this is, I'll have sun, this is your earth. So how global warming is taking place? So global warming, how it's taking place when the carbon dioxide, or say when the greenhouse gas absorbs the solar radiation. What will happen when the greenhouse gas absorbs the solar radiation? It is going to increase the temperature. So in order to control the climate change, what you should do is, that is either remove this greenhouse gas or reduce the solar insolation. So there are 2 ways of controlling climate change, say reducing the global warming in your earth, okay, in our earth. Okay, that is, one is we should remove the global that is greenhouse gas, so that the temperature comes down. See, this greenhouse gas traps the solar rays. These kind of greenhouse gases traps the solar rays and increases the temperature. Either you should remove this greenhouse gas or reduce the cut down the solar insolation. Understood? These are the things. What is geoengineering solution means? These are a proposal, not exactly implemented. Again, it's a proposal. One is, the first one is, so ocean alkalinity enhancement. What is this ocean alkalinity enhancement? So basically, we will be adding something like, say, CaCO3, calcium carbonate, into the ocean, so that we increase the alkalinity of the ocean. When I increase the alkalinity of the ocean, the carbon dioxide in the ocean gets reduced. So when the ocean alkalinity gets enhanced, the carbon dioxide present in the ocean gets reduced. So as a reason, what will happen? So the carbon dioxide above, assume that this is the water, this is your ocean water, this is your ocean water. So when the carbon dioxide in this ocean water gets reduced due to the increase in the ocean alkalinity, what will happen? This water will absorb, will suck in more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So what is happening? More carbon from atmosphere enters into the enters into the ocean. So if the carbon dioxide enters into the ocean, my atmosphere will have less greenhouse gas, so the temperature will come down. Again, these are in the theoretical stage. It has not been practically implemented, but some projects are going on, but not completely not in a full-fledged manner. So fifth one is right. So next one is, what is this? Space reflector. So these are your space reflector. See, in order to control global warming in India, one is you should either take up the greenhouse gases which traps heat or stop the solar rays. So the space reflectors, again, these are theoretical one. So they have planned, what they have planned is they will install some space reflectors. So space reflectors over here, so that the solar rays will get reflected and it will not enter into the earth. So if the solar rays gets reflected and less solar rays enters into the earth, again we'll have less temperature. So fourth one is right. Next one is stratospheric aerosol injection. What is stratospheric aerosol injection? So in the stratosphere level, this is troposphere. The next layer is stratosphere. So in the stratosphere, whenever we inject this aerosol, it is going to form thin cloud. So this thin cloud, what it will do is it will reflect the solar rays. This thin cloud, if there is solar rays, it will get reflected. If this is sun, this solar rays will get reflected. So again, stratospheric aerosol injection. So this is third one is also right. So yeah, next one is second one, this one, ocean microbubble. Ocean microbubble injection is creating this kind of microbubbles in the ocean. So when the microbubbles, these kind of microbubbles are created, what will happen? It acts kind of a reflector. The solar rays that will hit this microbubble, see, this microbubble are kind of white in color, so it will reflect the solar rays. So again, this is also right. So the answer will be D. Yeah, again here, this is regarding Krishna River. Please refer map, atlas. It's extremely important, or else these kind of questions will be difficult. So they are asking the incorrect question. The grassland and savanna. Okay, regarding Krishna River, grassland and savanna type with sparse vegetative cover are found in the region around the Krishna basin. Is it true? Yeah, see here, this is your Eastern Ghats, and this is your Western Ghats, and this is your Eastern Ghats. See, in Eastern Ghats, you will have this kind of that is sparse vegetative cover. That is a kind of dry deciduous forest are found over here. So yeah, this is true. Next one is Almaty Dam and Srisailam Reservoir are found in Krishna River. This is also true. And the origin of Krishna River is in Sahyadri Mountain. That is your Western Ghats. This is also true. So the answer is D. Next, coming to this one. Yeah, with reference to the Mangrove Alliance for Climate, Mangrove Alliance for Climate, recently seen in news. Let's go from the last. Okay, the alliance seeks to promote the nature-based solution to climate change by setting a binding targets. See here, binding target. The last important binding target was in Kyoto Protocol. So it will not have binding target. No country is interested in having their binding targets. So this is wrong. They will not have binding target. It is voluntary target. Clear? So next one is, okay, this is an initiative. Okay. Yeah, this an initiative was pioneered by UNEP and IUCN. See, again here, this is, see, two major organizations. See, one logic is two major organizations usually don't work together. If UNEP wants to have this MAC, that is okay, Mangrove Alliance Climate, so they will do it on their own, or if say IUCN wants to do it, they will do it on. Why two major organizations will come together? So that's the logic. Two major organizations will not come together. I'll prove it in your example UPSC questions also. And yeah, this is wrong. Next one is, okay, it's an intergovernmental alliance launched at 26th session of COP. See, the question is telling recently seen in news. Yeah, recently seen in news was 27th COP. Now how it will be 26th COP? 26th COP is not recently seen in news. So this is also wrong. Logic. Read the fine lines, you can get the answer. Even if you don't know the topic, you'll get the answer. So the answer is D, right? See here, when I told you this, two major organizations usually don't work together. This is the logic. So consider over here, these are all previous year questions. Here UNCDF and Arbor Day, Arbor Day Foundation, two major organizations will not work together. So the statement 1 is not correct. So again, water credits. So World Bank, World WHO, World Health Organization, and World Bank. These are two major organizations. Two major organizations will not work together. So again, 2 is wrong. You'll get the answer. OPCW. Here, the organizations of European Union working with NATO and WHO. So three major organizations, they will not work together. So statement 1 is wrong. So you'll get the answer. These are your previous year questions. Go back to the recorded class and see to this. Clear? Again, this is how you solve previous year questions here. Yeah. Consider the following. Consider the following. That is, okay, formation of. You can start from the last. That is hot air from the northern. October heat. Okay, it's regarding how many factors given above are the reason behind the phenomena of October heat. What is this October heat? See, October heat means when the temperature is very high, whenever the temperature is high plus humidity is high. When these two take place, we call it as October heat. Clear? So whenever the temperature increases and the humidity increases, we call it as October heat. So over here, now just analyze which of these phenomena will increase the temperature. See, hot air blowing from the northern region brought by northeasterlies. If this is your northeasterlies, when hot air comes from the northern due to the northeasterlies, obviously the temperature in this region is going to increase in October. In October, we know that we have northeasterlies. When the northeasterlies bring the hot air, this region, the temperature will increase. So that is the reason you'll have your heat waves along your Mumbai and this region, this belt. That is, okay, the October heat. And next one is, so this is true. Okay, presence of pollutants in the atmosphere. See here, pollutants. These kind of pollutants, what happens whenever we have pollutants? These are greenhouse gases. These greenhouse gases will trap more heat. If it traps more heat, what will happen? The temperature will increase. That will lead to October heat again. So this statement is also right. Absence of cloud and clear sky. So see, if there's a if there's a sun over here, and if there's a sky, if there's cloud like this, what will happen? The solar insolation will not reach to the ground surface. If I remove this cloud, what will happen? This solar insolation will directly strike the ground. Understood? So if it strikes the ground, what will happen? The temperature will increase. Again, absence of cloud and clear sky, the temperature will increase, leading to October heat. Next one is the first one. Again here, the formation of low pressure zones in Rajasthan to the north of Bay of Bengal. No, see, whenever we have low pressure zone, see, we have seen earlier, whenever we have low pressure zone, that will lead to the formation of clouds. When the air goes up, we have low pressure. Whenever the air goes up, clouds are formed. If the clouds are formed, I will not have solar insolation. So less solar insolation, and whenever the clouds are formed, the chances are there that I might have rainfall also. So due to this will not increase the temperature, though first statement is wrong. So the answer will be C. Yeah, next one is recently Prime Minister launched the Mission Life. So what is this Mission Life? It's nothing but basically it deals with circular economy. So what is a circular economy? Circular economy means whenever I use this, basically the intention of circular economy is to minimize the wastage and ensure sustainability. See what happens when I use this phone and now I have to discard it. Say when the energy input, production, distribution, when I use the phone, once it goes to the disposal stage, when I use this phone and I dispose this phone, what will happen? Either I will focus on reusing this phone, or I will try to refurbish this phone, or I will recycle this phone. The agenda in circular economy is to minimize the wastage. That is the agenda. but there will some products which cannot be reused, recycled, or refurbished at all. Only those kind of wastages are discarded. Remaining whatever things that could be reused or recycled or refurbished will be done. So that concept we call it as circular economy. Yeah. Understood. Mission life is important. Next one. Okay, which one of the following types of forest are mostly likely to be found in the Valley of National Park, Valley of Flower National Park? So this is your subalpine. So again, as I told you earlier, vegetation is very important. You have to know this one. Yeah, among the following, which one of the has a least water efficient crop? So what is this least water efficient crop? The least water efficient crop is nothing but water requirement, total water requirement divided by total growing period. So this is your least water, that's a water efficient. Okay, water efficiency of a crop means the total amount of water required with the total growing period. Say if a plant requires say 1000 liters of water and its growing period is say 180 days or say 6 months, so this is how we calculate the water efficiency. Out of this, cotton is the least water efficient because it requires a lot of water in the beginning stage. But however, cotton doesn't require water during the harvest season. If there is a rainfall during the harvest season, cotton crops will get spoiled. Okay, there will be a cotton crop failure. But however, from the beginning till just before the harvest, cotton requires a lot of water. Since a lot of water is required, so cotton is the least efficient crop among all these things. Yeah, next one is zero tillage. Okay, which one of the following are considered as the advantages of zero tillage method in the agriculture? So what is zero tillage? See, tillage is nothing, this is your tillage, that is plowing, as we call it as a tillage. Zero tillage means no plowing, that is nothing doing. So this is your zero tillage. So zero tillage means, see, just please focus here. Zero tillage, what are the advantages of zero tillage? Eliminating the use of herbicide. This is an extreme statement. Eliminating the use of herbicide means no usage of herbicide. Is it possible? If I don't plow my land, I need not use herbicide. Is it possible? No, this is an extreme statement. Eliminating the use of herbicide. Please read the question carefully. So this statement is absolutely wrong. If this statement is wrong, I'll remove this one. Next one is third one. Helps in carbon sequestration of the soil. Yeah, so this is right. How it helps in carbon sequestration of the soil? See, what is carbon sequestration? This is your tree. So this tree during photosynthesis will absorb CO2. So what will this photosynthesis will come and get deposited in the roots, and this CO2 will remain in the soil, say, as long as I don't disturb it. So what is this? This is nothing but your carbon sequestration. So carbon sequestration is absorbing of the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and storing it in the ground surface or wherever it is. And that is your carbon sequestration. So what will happen is, in this zero tillage, when I don't plow my land, the already stored carbon dioxide will remain there. When I plow my land, what will happen? The stored carbon dioxide will come out. Clear? So if it comes out, then it's going to impact the carbon sequestration. So zero tillage will help in carbon sequestration. So this is right. Understood? Yeah, at least one molecule of carbon would be stuck in the soil. So if I don't till my soil, this molecule of carbon dioxide will not come out. Understood? Again here, so these are again from the previous year questions. See here, I'll just quickly take it. Consider the following statement. Which of the above are released into the atmosphere during the burning of crop residues, or say biomass, or say stubble burning. So these are the gases. So the question is telling what are the gases that will come out when you burn crop residues or biomass residues: sulfur dioxide, ozone, methane, carbon monoxide. See all the four, because here one molecule can come out anywhere. Similarly, even here there will be one molecule of carbon. It will help in sequestering. I cannot remove it because it's very difficult to prove it wrong. Even here, at least one molecule of carbon dioxide will come out, or say carbon monoxide, methane, ozone, or say sulfur dioxide will come out. Similarly, over here, poultry industry releases reactive nitrogen compound in the environment. At least one molecule can come out here. I cannot prove it wrong. So cattle releases ammonia into environment. One molecule can come out. I cannot prove it wrong. So similarly, agriculture releases nitrogen oxides into environment. It's the same logic. So D is the answer. These kind of science and tech question, environment question, use this logic, you'll get the answer. Yeah, again here. Okay, which one of the following landforms can be found in the south of Terai Belt? See, what is Terai Belt? So this region, we call it as Terai Belt, near Ganga Plain. So this region, we call it as Terai Belt. It's a vast area. And so which one of the following landforms are found in this region? So braided channel. See, braided channel. What is this braided channel? These kind of channels which will have multiple channels within the same river, we call this as braided channel. Oxbow Lake, when the river is meandering, so some lake, this will be your Oxbow Lake. Oxbow Lake. So Oxbow Lake, meanders, and sandbars. So all these kind of landforms are found in your Terai Belt. So why? Terai Belt is a plain area, and again, so when in the plain area the river meanders. Whenever the river meanders, there is a formation of Oxbow Lake, and braided channel, because it's a plain area, formation of braided channel will be there, and sandbars. These are your sandbars. Understood? And the logic is, yeah, it's a wide area, it's a very vast area. Terai Belt is a vast area. There will be some places in Terai area which will have braided channel, which might have Oxbow Lake, which might have meander, which might have sandbars. It's a vast area. They're not asking some volcanic eruption, no? They're asking these are the landforms. These are the landforms that are found in river. The logic, apply logic. These are the landforms that are found in river. Terai is such a vast area. In this vast area, I can have one braided channel, one Oxbow Lake, one set of meanders, one sandbars. It's easily possible. If you tell that no sandbars, if you have to remove sandbars, you should say that you should be so much confident that no sandbar is formed in Terai Belt. If you are so much confident, only then remove it, or else apply logic and answer to aa jayega. At the end of the day, we need to get answers here. Clear? Again, the 50th one. Okay, this is a crop. Again, here also there's a very good trick is there. Okay, this is a crop in tropical and subtropical nature. It belongs to the bamboo family of plant. See here, which belongs to the bamboo family. See, this is your jute. This is your actual bamboo. This is your bamboo. This is your jute. This is your sugarcane, which looks similar. Does bamboo look similar to jute, or bamboo looks similar to sugarcane, or bamboo will look similar to cotton, or bamboo will look similar to coffee? The loophole is over here only. It belongs to bamboo family. If it belongs to bamboo family, means it should be sugarcane. Answer is sugarcane. Understood? Yeah. Again over here. Okay, methane alert response. Okay, methane alert response system recently seen in news, whichever is incorrect. See, what is this methane alert response system? Basically, it is developed by UNEP. So UNEP, in order to track methane. So this is the basic idea of this methane alert response system. So here the thing is, recently it was rolled out in 27th COP. 27th COP 27th COP. So here it is not by WMO, that is the World Meteorological Organization, rather it is by UNEP. So this is methane alert response system is nothing but, so basically it's a system in order to monitor the methane emission in the entire world. So that is the new program launched by UNEP in the recent COP 27. Yeah, again here this is quite important. See, what is GRIHA? GRIHA is nothing but is a part of National Mission on Enhanced energy efficiency. So yeah, this is true, and it's a voluntary green building rating. So what is GRIHA? See, the concept of GRIHA is nothing but basically rating of how you have rating for tube lights, that is the star rating for tube lights based on the energy efficiency. Similarly, we have ratings for homes or say buildings. Say there are commercial building, residential buildings. So these kind of buildings, we have ratings on the basis of energy efficiency, that we call it as GRIHA. So this GRIHA was launched as a part of this National Mission on Enhanced Energy Efficiency. So third one is true. Next one is it's a voluntary, that is it's a voluntary green building rating system. Yeah, this is also true. Second one is true. First one, it is conceived by the Bureau of Indian Standards. No, it is not conceived by the Bureau of Indian Standards. It is conceived by TERI. That is nothing but the Energy Resource Institute. The Energy Resource Institute. So this it is considered by BAS. No, this is wrong. First statement is wrong. So you'll get the answer. And here, guys, this one, please everyone focus over here. NAPCC. This is extremely important. Every year there is at least one or the other questions from these 8 programs. Under NAPCC, you will have 8 programs. These 8 programs you should know. Don't do a PhD on this one, but you should have a brief idea on all these programs, all these 8 programs. Yeah, next one is here. Consider the following statement. The average rainfall, so they have given 4 statements. So regarding, this is which one of the following agroclimatic region of India has the characteristics described with the above given statements. See here, if you read the second statement, the varied topography of low hill, mountains, valleys, and ravines. Ravines, where do you get ravines in India? Again, the loophole in this question is in the second statement. Even if you don't know this two statement number 3 and 4, if it's confusing, if you read the second statement, you will come to know ravines. These are your ravines. These are your badland topography, completely eroded topography. These are your ravines. Ravines are found. Where do you find ravines? Ravines are found during around the Chambal region. So this is your Chambal region. This is Bundelkhand Chambal region. So this is your ravine. So Chambal region. So Chambal region will come in central plateau and hilly region. Clear? Yeah. Next one. Consider the following statement. So this is also very factual. That is Achanakmar Amarkantak Biosphere Reserve is spread only in 2 states. True, because it is spread in MP, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh. So spread into, this is true. Eastern Ghats is spread only over 4 states. No, Eastern Ghats is spread over Odisha, Telangana, Andhra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. So these many states, not 4 states. So this is wrong. And in India, Purvanchal Hills are spread over 3 states. See, Purvanchal Hills, this is your Purvanchal Hills. Say it involves everything. Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura. So not just 3 states. So this is also wrong. So 2 are wrong. So if 2 are wrong, one is statement 1. 58. 1 is the answer. A is the answer. 59. Which one of the following can be the reason behind the excessive cold in India, in northern India? See, excessive cold, how excessive cold will take place, or say how cold wave will take place. Just know this: moisture moisture in already cold area, I'll have intensive cold. So this is how so moisture, whenever I have moisture in already a cold area, I'll have intensive cold. Okay, the temperature will become very cold. So if I wrap a wet towel around this bottle and put it in the freezer is already a cold area, what will happen? The temperature will fall down quickly compared to the if I don't wrap with a towel. So whenever there's a moisture entering into the already colder area, we'll have intensive cold. Now let us see how we'll have excessive cold or intensive cold. So the first one, okay, when the wind coming from the Caspian Sea, this wind, when it comes from the Caspian Sea, it will take moisture and enter into this area. So already a cold area, winter you'll have already cold environment in northern plain. So when moisture enters into the when moisture from Caspian Sea enters into the India, that is northern India, it will lead to excessive cold. This is true. Moderating influence of the greatest moderating influence of sea is greatest over northern Indian states. No, moderating influence of sea is along the coastal area. What do you mean by moderating influence of the sea? That is the warm air goes over here and cold air comes from the sea. That is from the land, warm air goes and cold air comes. So as a reason, the temperature in the coastal area will never go extremely high nor it will go extremely low. This is called as moderating influence. This is wrong. So 2 is wrong. And the first one is the strength of La Nina phenomena in Pacific Ocean. See, we know that El Nino will bring drought. La Nina will bring rainfall. Rainfall is nothing but moisture. When moisture in already cold environment, it will lead to excessive cold. So this first statement is right. So statement 1 and 3, A is the answer. Yeah, next one, with reference to the Glasgow leaders declaration on the forest and land use, consider the following statement, which is incorrect. India is one of the signatory to this declaration. Please see here. Glasgow leaders on declaration on forest and land use. If India was a signatory, is this the first time? So, guys, do you know what is ISA, International Solar Alliance? You know what is this International Solar Alliance? Yeah, why you know? Because India was a part of it. As a reason, you know it. Here, if India have trust in yourself, completely believe in you're a serious aspirant. If you're a serious aspirant, trust yourself. If India would have signed this, you would have come across in your current affairs or in your test series. Since be very confident on this. India is one of the signatory to its declaration. No, India is not. If India would have been a signatory, I'll show you with the UPSC examples also. So this is wrong. It creates a binding obligation. Yeah, binding obligation. Nowadays no international agreement has binding obligations. Again, this is wrong. Next one is with reference to the see, Glasgow was in COP 26. They're telling COP 27. COP 27, where did it head? GYPT. COP 27 was in Egypt. So again, logic, simple logic. So this is also wrong. So answer is D. Understood? If India is a signatory to this declaration, India is not a signatory to this declaration, but the statement is saying India is a signatory. No, it is not. See, yeah, trust yourself. Say, for example, here, okay, New York Declaration on Forest. Some random. See, there are thousands of declarations that will be taking place, and it's not that you need to read everything. India was one of the signatory at its inception. If India was one of the signatory at its inception, you would know it, man. Okay, so remove this. So India was not a signatory at its inception. So remove this, you'll get the answer. Previous year question. This is previous year question. Again, with reference to the GACSA, that is Global Alliance for Climate Smart Agriculture, India was instrumental in the creation of GACSA. See, in the exam hall, this is the first time you will be hearing. So if this is the first time you will be hearing, be sure that you are confident. These are the words which UPSC is playing with. So if India was instrumental, you would know it. So since you don't know, India was not instrumental. So remove this third statement. Remove third statement, you will get the answer. That's the reason always go from the back here. It helps a lot. Yeah, next one. Okay, with reference to the Peninsular Plateau in India, consider the following statement. See, Peninsular Plateau can be divided into three. Okay, it is always divided into three. One is your Deccan Plateau. Next one is your Central Highland. And the next one is the Northeastern region. Central Plateau, that is Peninsular Plateau, is divided into three: Deccan Plateau, Central Highland, and your northern, that is Northeast. Shillong Plateau forms the it's a part of Peninsular Plateau. True, this is true. Shillong Plateau, it's a part of this. This is a part of Peninsular Plateau. This is true. Yeah, okay, it has a presence of mesas and butte. What is this butte? See, mesas. This is mesas is a flat top land. Butte is these kind of mountain structures. So it has a presence of characteristic, that is mountain types such as mesas and buttes. So this, see, if you consider here in this part, that is your Maharashtra, that is Madhya Pradesh, this region, you will have this kind of landform, that is mesas and buttes. This is also true. In general, the elevation of Central Highland is greater than that of Deccan Plateau. No, yeah, it's something like this. This is your Himalayas. This is your Himalayas. Again, this will be your Ganga Plain. This will be your Central Highland, and this will be your. This is your Central Highland. This is your Ganga, and this is your Deccan. So this is how if you take a vertical cross section of India, this is how it will be. So Central Highland is not at the greater elevation compared to the Deccan Plateau. No, this is wrong. Statement 2 is wrong. It is composed of igneous and metamorphic rock. Yeah, that is true. So answer, this is the answer. See here the logic is, see, maybe in this first statement and third statement, you might think that it's very difficult. See, they're asking that it's basically mountain types. Even if you don't know mesas and buttes, they have only told that it's a mountain type. They haven't told that plutonium are found. No extreme statement. It's simple. They're telling that mountain types are found. It's possible, right? You cannot prove this statement wrong easily. So as a reason, the statement prelims is a game of probability. So the probability, just see what's the probability of you proving the statement wrong or you proving the statement right. Similarly, the first statement, the probability of you proving the statement wrong or probability of you proving the statement which goes favor. See, it is composed of igneous rock, metamorphic rock, say sedimentary rock, many other rocks. Peninsular Plateau is a huge area. I might have 1 gram, 1 kg of igneous rock, 1 kg of metamorphic rock, 1 kg of sediment rock. It will be there, yeah. So I cannot prove the statement wrong. So as a reason, it's also right. Understood? But this one second statement is absolutely wrong because it's factual. So this is yeah. Again here, consider the following. I might extend for another 15 minutes. Is it fine? And please go through the recorded video. Since the time is very less, I'm moving a bit fast. Go through the recorded video. Okay, consider the following states. See, again, this is survey, that is a forest survey. A very, very important document. The reason why I took up this question is learn how to solve these kind of questions. You'll have these kind of questions, learn how to solve it. It's a simple trick. Just apply this one. Take up any region of your choice. Take up any two options of your choice. Basically, they are telling percentage of forest cover. So percentage of forest cover, let us take Kerala and Tamil Nadu of your choice. Kerala and Tamil. Let us take Kerala and Tamil Nadu and analyze. So this is your Kerala, this is your Tamil Nadu. So Kerala is at second, this is option 2. Tamil Nadu is option 3. Here, this is option 3. Now just check which region has the highest percentage. Kerala vis-a-vis Tamil Nadu. Which region should have highest percentage? Should Kerala have more percentage of forest or Tamil Nadu should have more percentage of forest? Obviously, Kerala should have more percentage of forest. So 2 should always, what are they asking? In the descending order, right? So that is highest, then the lowest. Which has the highest? Kerala has the highest. Kerala has the highest compared to Tamil Nadu. So 2 should come first, then 3 should be there. Understood? This is the sequence. Now you check this sequence in this options. After 2, where you have 3. In statement 1, in option A, if you consider, first 3 is there, next 2 is there. This can never happen. I should have first 2 and then 3. In option 1, first 3 is there, next 2 is there. I'll directly remove this. Even in option C, first 3 is there, next 2 is there. I'll directly remove this. Now I have left with B and C because 2 is there, 2 is followed by 3. 2, 1, 3. After 2, I have 3. Even in D, after 2, I have 3. So this is the safe. Now check between, say, 1 and 3. Just select between 1 and 3. What is 1? Odisha. This is Odisha. 3. 3 is Tamil Nadu. So should 1 follow 3 or should 3 follow 1? Check like this. So does Odisha has more forest compared to Tamil Nadu? Percentage wise. Obviously, Odisha has more percentage because dense forest area or in this region. And for Tamil Nadu, forest is only in this part. So obviously, Odisha will come before Tamil Nadu. That is, 1 should follow 3. So where 1 follows 3, this is the answer. Understood? ठीक है, got it. This, the reason why I took up this is you use this logic. This is how you have to solve these kind of questions. Clear? Yeah. Again here, which one of the following? Okay, which one of the following states in India variability of rainfall? Variability of rainfall. Okay, yeah. Okay, here. See here, variability of rainfall means what is the amount of that is deviation. See, assume that if Bangalore is supposed to get 100 centimeter of rainfall, if Bangalore tomorrow next year gets, every year Bangalore is supposed to get 100 centimeter rainfall, next year Bangalore gets say 40 centimeter rainfall. The deviation is huge. So they are telling that variability of rainfall, that is nothing but variability of rainfall is deviation from the average level. So how do you calculate? This is the deviation divided by average rainfall into 100. So here, what is the deviation? Deviation is 60 centimeter. Bangalore is supposed to get 100 centimeter rainfall. Next year we got 40 centimeter rainfall. What's the deviation? 60 centimeter. So the variability is very high. So how do you calculate variability? This is the thing. But in India, variability is very high in the region where we don't get adequate southwest monsoon winds. So the southwest monsoon winds the southwest monsoon rainfall goes like this. So as a reason, since there is no obstructing in this region, that is in Rajasthan region, so this region has less rainfall. Since it has less rainfall, the variability is very high. Variability is very high in this region. It's as high as more than 50%. The variability is over 50%. So if you consider, the highest variability of rainfall is in Rajasthan region and Ladakh region. This is where you'll have huge variability. Say if last year the rainfall was 100 centimeter, this year the rainfall can be 30 centimeter, 40 centimeter, because the variability can be more than 50%. So as a reason, this is the thing. So that is yeah. So all these things are all these areas, the variability is less compared to Rajasthan. So the answer will be D. Again, okay, in which was on the following? Red soil. Again, your soil is extremely important. See here, always go from the last. If you go from the last, you have to know these kinds of soil, all the 8 kinds of soil. There are 4 major soil, 4 minor soil, extremely important. Write down in that separate sheet the things to do. The soil is very important. If you go from the red soil, where red soil is found, go from the last. Always go from the last. Okay, that is northern part of Bihar. If you know northern part of Bihar, Ganga plain, you'll have alluvial soil, not red soil. Fourth one is wrong. If fourth one is wrong, you'll directly get the answer. Go from the last. Here, think from the examiner's perspective. Examiner will try to fool you in the initial statements. So you go in from the backwards. Yeah, okay. With reference to the coal bed methane, see what is coal bed methane. See, well, earlier we saw how methane is formed. Whenever there is any organic element that decomposes in anaerobic way, that is lack of oxygen, we have methane. So this is your coal. So in this coal, I'll have methane gases. This methane gases will be there. In order to remove methane gas, I will use water to pump it out. When I use the water to pump it out, I also get this methane gas. This methane gas, I call it as coal bed methane. So here coal bed methane is water. So now consider, okay, water produced in the process, okay, water produced, okay, in the process of coal bed methane extraction contains benzene, toluene, okay, ethyl benzene. So is it true or false? Yeah, methane, almost all the elements are of the same category in your periodic table, but no major difference. Okay, benzene, toluene, ethyl benzene, no, it's almost belongs to the methane family only. The chances are very high. If you have to prove this wrong, if you have to remove the statement, just think that you should be so much sure that not a single molecule of benzene comes out of this water. If you're so much sure, remove it. There will be at least one molecule in the entire world while extracting CBM, one molecule of benzene can come out. I cannot prove this statement wrong. So 3 is right. So 3 is right. It is formed during the process of transformation of plant into, yeah, this is true. Again, it is an unconventional, okay, form of natural gas. True. So D is the answer. Simple. Understood? Logic here. One molecule, at least one molecule of benzene will be there, one molecule of toluene will be there, one molecule of ethyl benzene will be there. So that's how you do it. Again, this is agroclimatic region. So agroclimatic region here, western region. So see, agroclimatic region, they are asking plateau. So plateau. So yeah, plateau. So here, plateau, this is your peninsular plateau. Don't consider peninsular plateau doesn't involve your Western Ghats. This is your Western Ghats. So peninsular plateau doesn't involve your Western Ghats. Western plateau and hilly area, forest area, that is in this region. This is your Western plateau. That is Western plateau, Western plateau. So here forest area is not high, since this is kind of almost kind of in that is a leeward side. So leeward side, as a reason, your forest area will be very less. So this is wrong. 2 is wrong. So if 2 is wrong, what should be the answer? So this is right. 2 is wrong. So this is right. This is right. So answer should be, I think, C, right? Yeah, consider this. Yeah, consider the following statement regarding camphor. The camphor afforestation. See, what is this camphor? Camphor means basically whenever there's any deforestation, if I cut this tree, so what will happen? So deforestation, in order to promote the afforestation, there will be some fine or some fine will be imposed on this deforestation activity. This fund will be used for afforestation activity. This is called as compensatory afforestation. This is the basic principle. There is deforestation in some place, there is fine for it, and this fine amount I use it for afforestation. This is called as compensatory afforestation. Compensatory afforestation is used to relocation of villages protected in area, supply of wood savings and wood saving devices and allied activities. See, what is the money of compensatory afforestation? The agenda is they have to focus on reducing the usage of forest use, so that they can protect the forest. So here, supply of wood saving devices through compensatory afforestation, when can they use the money for to supply the wood saving devices? Yeah, So if they use this money in wood saving device, definitely they will protect the forest area. So third statement is right. Second statement, compensatory afforestation fund is distributed between your center and state, 60 into 40. No, this is not 60 is to 40, this is 90 is to 10. So second statement is wrong, third statement is right. You'll get the answer. Yeah, consider the following. Yeah, consider the following statement. Okay, acceleration is the rate of melting. Yeah, acceleration in the rate of melting of Arctic ice can accelerate the rate of ocean acidification. See, as I told earlier, whenever the snow falls into the glacier, this snow will take some atmospheric gas and store inside it. So what will happen? So this glacier will have some molecules of carbon dioxide. When this glacier falls down, this molecule of carbon dioxide mixes with water and it will lead to carbonic acid. That is nothing but ocean acidification. When the carbon dioxide mixes with ocean water, it will lead to carbonic acid. Acceleration of the rate of melting will accelerate the rate of ocean acidification. This is true because carbon dioxide will enter into the water and it will lead to carbonic acid. Next one is increase in the concentration of greenhouse gas in atmosphere will increase in the productivity of ocean. No, yeah. Whenever we have ocean acidification, how will the productivity increase? Statement 2 and statement 3 in itself is contradicting. Statement 3 is telling ocean will get there will be ocean acidification. The acidic level in the ocean will increase because of greenhouse gas. But see, how can organism proliferate or spread in an acidic environment? Acidic environment, the productivity declines. So second statement is wrong. It is not increase in productivity, it should be decrease in productivity. So second statement is wrong. First statement, global warming may increase the intensity of tropic cyclone. Global warming means the warming, that is when the sea becomes warm. So what will happen? More low pressure. So as we saw earlier, whenever the surface becomes warm, the air starts to rise up, low pressure. So similarly, when the sea becomes warm because of global warming, I'll have more low pressure. More low pressure means more amount of cyclone, and the intensity of cyclone will be high. So the first statement and third statement are right. So only two statements. Yeah. Okay. Which one of the following? Okay. Pledges are taken. Okay. At the Glasgow summit. Again, see here, this is 2021. India would meet 90% of its renewable energy. No, yeah, this is absolutely wrong. It is not 90%. We are planning to meet at 50%. Go from the last, it is not 90%. 90% is like very high. How can we have 90%? Currently, our coal dependency is somewhere around 65%. Nearly 65% of our energy comes from coal. How can we go to 90% of renewable energy? Remove this, you'll get the answer. Yeah, consider the following statement regarding the upper air circulation. Okay, westerly jet streams are responsible for bringing winter rainfalls. Yeah, this is your westerly jet streams. So it is responsible for bringing winter rainfall. That is your western disturbance. This is absolutely true. Easterly jet stream advances the movement of tropical depression. See here, as we saw earlier, easterly jet stream starts from this Tibet. It comes over here and sinks down. It rises up into the over the Tibet and rises up from the Tibet, goes near the Mascarene High and sinks down. So when it sinks down, it is going to push the southwest monsoon wind. See, these black color ones are the southwest monsoon wind. So this wind, this is your tropical easterly jet stream. This is your TEJ coming from Tibet and going into the Mascarene High. So it is going to push this one. So what will happen if it pushes? I will have, that is advancing of the movement of tropical depression. This is true. Both are true. So answer should be D. So consider the following statement. Okay. Consider the following statement, okay, with reference to the differences between the eastern and western coastal plain. See, eastern coastal plain and western coastal plain. Eastern coastal plain are This is eastern coastal plain are submergence plain. This is your submergence plain. Western coastal plains are emergence plain. See, this is your submergence plain. This is your submergence plain. Submergence plain means the this thing, the slope will be very gentle. So whereas the slope will be very gentle, whereas in emergence plain, what will happen? The emergence coast, the slope will not be gentle. There will be this will be the this is how you will have your that is emergence coast. So in the that is in the western side you will have emergent coast, in the eastern side you will have submergent coast. So now consider the river deltas, yeah, that is rivers along the western coastal plain produces a wider delta than eastern coastal plain. No, deltas are wide in the eastern, that is in the submergence coast, deltas are wide compared to your emergence coast. So this statement is wrong. Clear? Again, coming to this one, next one, western coastal plain offers more favorable condition for the development of harbor ports and eastern coastal than eastern coastal plains. See, western coastal plains, see harbor, see this is your boats. Assume that this is the ship, a vertical cross section of the ship. Just a second. Yeah, this is your vertical cross section of the ship. So since because the ship if the slope is very gentle like your submergence coast, the ships cannot come near the coastal area. So western coastal plains are more favorable for development of harbor and ports than eastern coastal plain. Yeah, this is true. So A should be the answer. Consider the following, okay, a statement, okay, regarding the Pangong Lake recently seen in news. Yeah, again, this is important. They are asking for incorrect statement. Ramsar site, please know this. Not all Ramsar site, the important Ramsar sites, you have to know this. It is designated, okay, yeah, this is true. It's the largest, highest salt lake, it is true. It is, okay, endorheic lake in a union territory. That's also true. So the answer is D. What is this? The conception. Now please focus on this concept. That is endorheic. What is endorheic lake means? See, the lake that is confined, the water will enter into the lake, but the water from the lake will not leave. The water from the lake will always remain there. So this we call it as endorheic lake or closed lake. CLOSD, closed lake. And this is exorheic lake or open lake. See, the water enters over here, and from here the water is moving into the river. So this is your exorheic lake or open lake. Most of the lakes are your exorheic lake. Endorheic lake means it's a closed lake. So this is the conception clarity you should have. Next one is, okay, with reference to the monsoon rainfall, consider the following, okay, statement. That is, breaks in the monsoon rainfall are related, okay, are related to the cyclonic depression, okay, formed in Bay of Bengal. See, this is your monsoon rainfall, right? See, this is your southwest monsoon wind. So this is how you get your southwest monsoon wind. True. So if I have one low pressure created, so what will happen? So because of this southwest monsoon, I will have rainfall over here. Here I'll have rain. So because if there's a low pressure created, what will happen? Now all the winds will go into this low pressure, and this wind will not go to India. So if it doesn't go to India, if a low pressure is developed in Bay of Bengal, so what will happen here? Earlier I was having a rainfall. Since the low pressure developed in Bay of Bengal, all the winds are going into this low pressure. So as a reason, so here I'll have break. So third statement is right. So I'll remove A and B. Okay, increasing the monsoon. Okay, monsoon sheds. Okay, yeah. Okay, the monsoon sheds more rainfall with increasing the distance from the sea. No, as the monsoon wind goes to the interior part of India, the rainfall decreases because the moisture has already been depleted because of the rainfall in the beginning in this region only, in this region. So as you go inside the region, so the rainfall reduces. It's not increase, it decreases. So second statement is wrong. Answer is C. Okay, which of the following, okay, agricultural residues, okay, are a feedstock? Yeah, again here feedstock for textile. Yeah, here I am not a scientist, you are not a scientist, so to tell that acha nowhere a lotus stem cannot be used in textile, nowhere fish scale cannot be used in textile. Kahin na kahin in whichever part of the world they would be using fish scale, corn husk, or orange peels, pineapples. In these kind of answers, don't apply your brain. I cannot prove it wrong. If you have to remove, say, fish scale, say if you have to remove fish scale, you should be so much confident that nowhere in the world they will use fish scale in textile industry. If you're so much confident, then remove it. If you're not confident, put D. At the end of the day, we want marks. Use this logics in your answers, you'll get the answer. Getting it? Yeah, again here, this one. Consider the following. See here, these are critically endangered species. Here, the reason why I took is, this is right, this is wrong. 3 is wrong. Dugong is found in, yeah. So answer is A. Dugong is found here, over here, this region. Wrong, this region, not in Sundarban area. So third statement is wrong. See here, no. What the reason why I took up this one is, see, don't unnecessarily focus on all kind of critically endangered species or endangered species. Yeah, first you do the government document. These are the 2 government documents. Scan this QR code. These are the animals. Every time UPSC is asking in these animals, don't unnecessarily, you read whatever animal you want to read, you read it. First you read these animals, you master in these animals, and then you can read whatever animals you want to read. Okay, whether it's critically endangered, everything is given in these 2 QR code. The total will not be more than somewhere around 35 animals. So first you master in these 35 animals. Questions are getting repeated from these 35 animals. Please go through this one. Clear? Yeah, next one is, okay, ITCZ. Okay, intertropical convergence zone, southward movement. Okay, this is regarding ITCZ, the southward movement during winters. Yeah, if you see here earlier, this is in June, July, ITCZ will be here. December, ITCZ will start moving towards the south. So fourth statement is right. So this is, I'll have to remove this one. Next one is, okay, descending of air. No, in ITCZ you'll have ascending of air. If you see here, this is ascending of air. Descending of air means coming down. Here, if you see here, ITCZ, it is ascending of air. So third statement is wrong. So remove this. So next one, divergence of trade winds. See how ITCZ are formed. If this is your Earth, this is your trade winds. So these trade winds converge and they rise up. So trade winds converge and ascend. So trade wind converge. It's not diverge, it is converge. Okay. So second statement is wrong. You'll get the answer. Answer is C. Sorry, sorry for being late. The reason is I just wanted to teach you how to solve things. Okay. Okay. What are the okay, what is the correct? Yeah, increasing order, decreasing order. Okay, in terms of, okay, basically river basin. So the question is on river basin. You have to arrange it in the decreasing order. That is, the largest river basin should come in the beginning and the next largest basin. So you should go like from the largest to the smallest river basin. So as I taught earlier, how do you solve this question? Take up any 2 things. Krishna versus Brahmaputra. Okay, take up Krishna versus Brahmaputra. Which is big? Krishna is, this is Brahmaputra. The code is Krishna. This is Brahmaputra is 2. Which is large? Krishna is large or Brahmaputra is large? Obviously, Brahmaputra is large. So Brahmaputra should come beginning and then Krishna. So that is, the code should follow 2 should be followed by 1. So first 2 should be there, then 1 should be there. Here, if you see A, 1 is there, then 2 is there. It means that Krishna is bigger than Brahmaputra. Remove it. Again here, 1 and 2, Krishna is bigger than Brahmaputra. Remove it. So between these 2 things you have to take. Now you can take that. So compare, okay, Krishna with Narmada. So which is big? 1 is big or 3 is big? So definitely Krishna is big. Compare Krishna with Narmada. 1 is big or 3 is big? So 1 is big, Krishna is big. So answer will be B. Yeah, which this one? Yeah. Which of the following depicts the general direction of Arunachal Pradesh? C. North, east, south, west. Arunachal Pradesh. This is Arunachal Pradesh. This is southwest. Southwest to northeast direction. Southwest to northeast direction. So D is the answer. Yeah. With reference to the global offshore wind alliance recently seen in news, consider the following. The aim of global offshore wind alliance is to achieve is to achieve a total global offshore wind capacity of a minimum of 380 gigawatts by 2030. See here, in after reading every statement, if you're not sure, don't worry, go to the next one. Don't panic at all. Go to the next statement. So you may or may not know this. Okay, it's fine. Go to the next statement. Okay, all the members of International Solar Alliance are its members. All the members. How can all the members be there? And maybe this is the first time you're hearing global of. If India would have been a member of this, you would have come to know. Okay, that is be sure, be trust yourself. So this is wrong. So 2 is wrong. If 2 is wrong, I have to select between C and D. It was launched in United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development in 2012. If it is 2012, why will they give in recently seen in news? Logic. If it's in 2012, so statement 1 is also wrong. So D is the answer. Clear? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, guys. Sorry for extending the discussion, but please go through the recorded session. So you learn all these logics, and whatever topics I told, that is to do things. Go through that one. That is mandatory rather than doing all sorts of things. First, do those are the important topics. That is very important. And by analyzing the last 27-28 year paper, I'm telling you. And yeah, so all the best, man. And don't skip the previous year questions. It's extremely important. These kinds of logics, what are some logics I told you, are properly valid in your previous year questions. Apply it, learn these logics, and in exam paper again stick to this thing, that is 50% is easy, and I say this is moderate and this is difficult. This is your cutoff mark. Don't jump on this one. Focus on easy and moderate topics. You can do it. Clear? So learn the logics. हो जाएगा यार. मतलब clearing prelims is no big difficult task. To score more than 100 plus, it's easy. It's extremely easy. Don't worry. So in every paper from 2014 to 2022, every paper scoring more than 100 plus is easy. Even in this paper, scoring more than 100 plus was easy. At least in the next paper, try to use this logics and see your score improvement. Yeah. Okay. Chalo then. Thank you guys. And again, once again, sorry for being late. Yeah, chalo. Thank you. Happy Republic Day. Thank you.